Alright, so let's talk about something really special. Dexter New Blood. So I just watched the premiere. Absolutely awesome right off the bat. We'll talk about the actual episode here in just a sec, but I just want to say, so cool that they brought this show back. And I'm not sure, I'm actually not sure if it's by the same writers or not. I would think so. But yeah, so cool that they get to go back and correct. I mean, I wonder if Dexter ended on a good note, if they still would have came back and done the show. But I like to think it's them correcting their mistake of ending it poorly. It wasn't one of the worst series finales, but it definitely wasn't as good as it should have been. Um, but yeah, so hopefully this will, get rid of all the bad memories and make some good ones, and hopefully this will end good because it's just so awesome. I mean, tons of shows from back, come back, years later and do a new one these days. But especially with this one having ended badly, it's extra special that they get to do more episodes. So anyway, so we start off the episode with the song "The Passenger," and sorry, there's background noise. My girlfriend's playing games, and my computer's pretty loud as well. We start off with "The Passenger." Of course, we start off with the song. This song was in the premiere for Lucifer on Netflix. If you watch that, the final season premiere. But whenever I heard it, when I've heard it before, I've thought about Dexter. I have, because his dark passenger. I don't think he talked about his dark passenger in this episode, but the passenger, and yeah, so you get the connection. There's lots of great songs throughout the episode. Actually, there was another one later on, and the lyrics, you know, uh, have to do with Dexter and his life and what's going on. So it was just cool. They really take the music and chose it well. So you can't kill the deer, I guess. So I wasn't, not to be negative on this, because it's good. I think overall the episode was good. Good setup, what a premiere needs to be. I wouldn't say it was anything like crazy good, but it was good. It was solid. Um, but the dream stuff that was sprinkled in there. It's been a few years, actually. I watched Dexter like in 2017. It's been a few years since I've seen it, so I don't remember if they did dream stuff like this throughout the original show or what. But yeah, I wasn't a fan of all of that kind of stuff in there. I don't think it was as neat as what it could have been. But yeah, so he can't kill the deer in his dream because he's not killing anymore, I guess. So I did like that. I like that they had Deb in here, even if it's as a ghost, because she was such a big part. She was almost just as much as a lead, I think, as Michael C. Hall, Dexter was in the original show. She hasn't swore though. She hasn't swore. We need to hear her do some swears. You don't want it to be too cringy over the top, but hopefully we'll get some swears from her. But yeah, super awesome that she's in here. Her and Michael C. Hall used to date, so it's so crazy, I guess, that they just ended off as friends though, and they were able to film the show and then this as well. Still after they broke up. But yeah, super awesome. And usually I'm not a fan of like Ghost and things like that in shows. Just I keep that actor around. But I don't know, something about this and how long it's been, since she and or I think it's the simple fact that they shouldn't have killed her off to begin with. I don't think. I mean, I would have to go back and watch the finale, but I think that was something I didn't like, that they killed her off. So that's why I'm glad that she's in here, because it's again kind of making right on their mistakes. Even if she's not alive, we'll still have her in here. Um, Lame, super lame. And I said it wasn't going to be too negative, but I hated the intro sequence. I wanted a song, the original Dexter song with some new footage. Maybe we'll get it in the next episode, because sometimes with premieres, for some reason, they'll just do a title card, or I think that's for pilots. And I don't think this was like technically a pilot. Uh, um, but yeah, no, super disappointed by the intro. And they had the same end song, but they didn't have the opening credit song. So, okay, yeah, disappointed with that. Anyway, I do like the setting overall for this show. It's the holiday season. Get the snowy aspect, the cozy kind of town vibe. I'm a big fan of that type of setting, and it's a nice contrast to how it was in Florida in the original show as well. Let's see. I honestly didn't have too many notes in here. I mean, it's just the run-of-the-mill setup show. They introduce you to these characters, and you kind of get an idea of the way that the plot's going to go, or you get some interesting stuff, uh, kind of popping up for later on. Um, Like, I just kind of threw in a random note here. Dexter's cooking ham with hot sauce. I'm going to try that, but he's cooking it, putting hot sauce on the ham. Maybe that was something from the original show. I'm trying to remember. But it was crazy to see Harrison in here. Maybe if you followed more of the news and behind-the-scenes stuff closely, you wouldn't have been as shocked by this. I've only seen one trailer for the show, but the Comic-Con trailer. But it was crazy that they brought in Harrison to me, because I completely forgot that he had a son, honestly, and it didn't even dawn on me that he was going to come in here. I just hope that they don't make Harrison, like, I like the idea of Dexter, mentoring the kid, but I don't really want it to go full circle, like Dexter becomes like Harry to this kid, and this kid's also a little bit like of a killer too. I don't want that. I feel like that's too easy, kind of too overdone, a little bit unbelievable that this kid would just so happen to be like Dexter too. I don't know, in that way. Maybe it's common for serial killers to pass down traits and stuff like that. I don't know. But yeah, I hope he's just kind of normal and starts to figure out how Dexter is and maybe be okay with it. I really don't know where they're going to take it, but it's still interesting to see Dexter be, a father to Harrison now grown up, super awesome. So this is the dream sequence thing. It gets me. So it wasn't a dream whenever Dexter walks up to the deer, and then the deer gets shot. I figured that would be a dream or an elk. Maybe it wasn't a deer, like an elk or something. I'm not sure what that thing was, but yeah, just kind of unbelievable he was able to walk up to it in real life. But okay, and that's why I'm saying it kind of messes you up whenever you throw in the dream sequence stuff as well. I mean, but okay. Tonight's the night. You get that line after he kills the shithead guy, and so yeah, this sets up a lot of stuff here because his girlfriend is a police officer, so it's going to be interesting to see her on his trail. But again, Dexter, so naturally, Michael C. Hall and the writers brought him back into this state where, everybody likes him, he's fakes it well, all this, and that one guy gets on his nerves, pesters him to where he kills him. And also by killing this guy apparently his dad, which I'm sure we'll see at some point, is some big guy in the town. And yeah, so everybody's going to be hunting, looking for Dexter, and he'll have to keep his girlfriend off of his trail, as I said. And yeah, so pretty interesting setup. And then he'll have his son there as well. So yeah, so we got a lot of stuff set up for the rest of the season of the show. Yep, and super excited to see how it all plays out, and just hopefully, I think with the ending, for me, I'm trying to remember if we'll see characters from the Florida precinct, maybe. Again, like, I think the Masuto, the Asian guy, I think he used to live to the end, didn't he? And then, who else? There was the Hispanic guy with the hat. I think he lived as well. I just can't remember. Like I said, it's just been a few years since I've seen Dexter ago. But I don't remember if they knew that it was Dexter that was the Bay Harbor Butcher, and that's why he dipped out. I almost want to say no, and that's the reason that I didn't like the ending as well. But yeah, we'll see if we see them again, hopefully maybe catch him, or end up in the town maybe. Maybe that's reaching. I don't know if they're signed on for this show or not. But yeah, I want to see Dexter get caught. I like the character. I do like Dexter, of course. But it's just, I want to see it come to that kind of conclusion, because any other conclusion, we've kind of already seen it at this point. We've seen him get away. So yeah, so now we got to see him get caught, Hopefully what if they ended it bad again, I don't think that'll happen. If it's the same writer, he's had like 10 years to sit and think about his mistake and get it right, Even worse if he doesn't get it right this time. So yeah, let me know what you thought about it. I don't know if I'm going to do a review for every episode of this, but I did want to do something for the premiere for sure because it's super awesome. So yeah, but maybe I will. We'll see. So yeah, let me know what you thought. And also, yeah, there's a lot of good stuff premiering tonight. There's a new season of Yellowstone that premieres tonight. So yeah, awesome day for TV for sure. I'm not sure if I'll do a review for that or not. We'll see. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.